rolling. That's rolling. We're all rolling. Rolling.
Just getting my quick passion fruit juice on.
Oh, you're a passion fruit person?
Yes. Massively, mate. I'm more of a passion fruit person than I am a nacho person.
Yeah. You know what the one I don't get is mangoes.
I'm growing on them. It's really weird. Apple and mangoes, I used to be like, I don't get it.
I don't mind the flavour. I feel like I don't feel like it's got any, I don't know, character.
Temperature. I think that's the deal.
And then you bite in, but when you eat a mango, you expect it to just kind of explode. Like, and it's almost dry. It's so strange.
Yeah, but the juice is really
chewy.
good. I mean, chewy mango.
Well, it's not like I want it to be like a peach, like a ripe peach is amazing.
I don't remember a peach. Is it like an apple? Halfway between an apple and an orange.
It's like a furry apple. Yeah, it's fuzzy. I've been on kiwis this week.
You've been on them?
I've been on them.
You've been prescribed. So someone said kiwi, and Steve went, "I'm on it."
Yeah, this is how easy it is to market to me. Like,
kiwi, yeah, that'll solve all my problems.
I started watching some gym stuff on YouTube, and this guy was like, "Oh, I eat kiwis." He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna eat all the kiwis." I bought a bag of them.
I haven't found a gym person I can connect to online. I haven't looked very hard.
I liked him because he was very sciencey about it. He wasn't a bro.
It's very sciencey and a beaker. Yeah, glasses on. When you run, you go from A to B. Kiwis.
And halfway, you're kiwi.
Yeah. No, I've never found, apart from obviously Schwarzenegger, never found many people that... I've just been around... I made a decision in last week's edit.
All right.
No more gym talk. Here we are.
Oh.
It's all because of you.
Really?
No, like, you know, there's something weird because I'll openly admit I know nothing really about the gym. I did a lot of gym stuff.
Yeah.
Ages ago.
More than me.
And I can look after myself, but if anyone's looking for advice, my advice is Google it or just go see a trainer or do something. And it was just something weird about watching two people talk about gym stuff. It was like... that we don't really care. We don't really know that much about. It's just like, ugh. But kiwis, eat kiwis.
Eat kiwis.
But yeah, there's a personality towards gym people, some online celebrity gym people, I guess, that I've just never really gotten. Like, I mean, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but I've known some complete twats in gyms, and it's like, fair enough, whatever that works for you, that's fine. But as well, I'm not competitive, so like, I would be in the gym when I was doing it twice a day, 7 days a week, plus swimming in the lunchtime or something, so crazy amounts.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't give a shit about what I lifted. So like, I would bench press 80 kilograms, and people would be like, "You good, big." I'd be like, "No, I'm just here doing
lift
this
until you can't lift anymore."
Yeah, it's just this is just what I'm lifting, and I don't care about how much
I've got a definite program, but that's
definite Kiwi program.
Yeah. It involves kiwis every other set.
Yeah. Eat pips every other day that begins with an S.
Yeah. Put a kiwi on the bar, lift the bar.
Wipe the fuzz.
But no, I've definitely got I've got a routine, like a progressive kind of thing, but that's because I do much better with a program than I do just kind of like wandering in and being like, what should I do today? Yeah. Like I wouldn't make any progress like that, but I know people like yourselves and like plenty of others that just walk in and be like, all right, what do I feel like doing?
Just do this.
Like,
but that's only because of years of doing different programs, and you just figure one out in your head.
Yeah.
Before we get too much into it, let's do an intro.
All right.
Because I always forget. We're episode 204. I've written it down this time.
Yeah. I can't remember.
We're on YouTube. If you're just listening to us, and you want to see what our faces look like, we're on YouTube. Give us a like and a subscribe. That'd be greatly appreciated. You can also see all the weird, funny videos that I haven't got this week, but sometimes pop on. Yeah. With the odd pig fact, we've got an Amazon banner. If you want to check that out, it's on our website. Click on the Amazon banner before you go to Amazon. It'll take you there. You can do your shopping, and we get a kickback. It's a free way to support us.
Not so much a funny video as a pretty straightforward banner.
Yeah, just a way to help us out if you want to. Also, as of this week, highlights might be coming back. We've gone without highlights.
Boom!
Yeah, since episode, I think 173. Yeah. Which is like 30 episodes, which is like nearly a year. And it was
really?
I think so,
Jesus Christ.
was 173. We just went through these weird different phases.
I don't care because at some point during that period, I just gave everything to you. Like, I don't want it anymore. So like, I don't care if something doesn't get made.
Yeah, but like about a point, I've actually done some highlights and I was going to try and figure out how to release them. And there's loads of old podcasty stuff we still need to do, like the original audio episodes, get them online in some kind of way. But I'm working on stuff, so there'll be highlights soon. And as an official statement, last week I said we'd be bringing up many, many charities throughout the episode.
Oh, yeah.
And didn't tell Steve anything about it in advance. Was just going to say, let's try improving sponsors. And then we just didn't. So you're not wrong. There were no sponsors last week or charities. Yeah. So maybe there will be this week. And that's the end of the intro. That's the quick intro. We're on YouTube, Amazon, check it out. Do that. Anyway, gym stuff.
Gym stuff.
That we're not going to talk about.
We're not going to talk about it anymore.
No, I had a weird... I went back to the gym this week because I've had a weird week. A weird, strange... There's a whole process that I'm trying to figure out. But basically, I think I might be in a livable space again within my mind.
Okay.
Like there's just a weird...
always good.
Yeah. My life is still a hot mess.
The wonders of Kiwis.
Well, it's just, I think I can't even... I think it was even in one of the early episodes I spoke about mental health and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
That I've got kind of a strange, not your average relationship with. I mean, I'm happy that I'm filled with rage and hatred. I think it's a healthy thing. But it's, for the last couple of years I've been in a weird headspace. Or, I'd say like even maybe up to a decade. Probably say I'm in a weird headspace. And just now, in this last week or so, I've started to feel it kind of average out. There's a few things. There's chemical things I think I've kind of cleaned up a little bit for about a month of like just less bad influences. Still bad influences, but like less... No, cigarettes, for example, for a month.
Oh, right.
It's a weird... And that was just a coincidental. I've been on and off for a while, and then I just was off, and then just didn't feel it anymore. It's a weird kind of... I can understand why people believe in... an overrunning narrative of your life, like destiny or something like that. Because I can't think of anything that's been like A plus B equals now I'm fine. It's just been like, it's just now I have arrived here. Yeah. My story behind, now I'm here. We started from the bottom and now we're Drake. I don't know. I tried to listen to Drake this week.
Why? Because
I thought, what's the big deal? You know, people love Drake.
People love him. Yeah. To be fair, I'd never given him a chance.
I've only heard him in Broad City. That's it.
I probably couldn't name one of his songs. It's one of those things where I might know it if I heard it. But
yeah, I just can't. It's just not. There's not enough for my brain.
Yeah,
and I've said it before. I said before I thought it's like mental energy, but really I just think I've always got the lightning of the dance inside me.
Yeah.
So if a song comes on that I like, I'll dance to it, and there's no one on earth can stop me from dancing from this song.
Yeah,
I've just got energy, this subliminal energy that doesn't need to eject.
It tends to be what I listen to now when I'm working out. I have a list. I have a playlist that's like a day long, and it's all like old school hip hop stuff.
Yeah,
like 90s, like Public Enemy and stuff.
I went through a phase of working out to Massive Attack. Worked better than I thought. I think a mutual friend recommended it, actually.
Yeah, people like disregard like chill stuff as though, but I think if it just zones you in, it does the same as anything else. Yeah.
There's also a weird thing I'll get into in a minute about lowering your heart rate to increase your life. Oh. I'll get into it. No, there was a point here, something about gyms. Oh yeah, everything kind of evened out for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it is, but I just feel like I'm more present than I am now. Could be a detox thing.
Yeah.
I don't think there's been any big signs of not doing anything. There's also been, I guess, no new stresses for a while. But then I've been dating again, which is obviously a roller coaster of
stress.
Yeah. So yeah, it's still been stress and stuff, but yeah, I don't know what it is. So I'm just going to try and roll with it. So yeah, went to the gym again. Well, went swimming again this week, and the booking system is strange.
Are the pools open?
Yeah. You just have to book. We spoke about my list.
Mine aren't open. Until the 1st of September.
And they may be closed soon. Stoke is on the watch list now.
Oh no, they found some cases of. Sorry,
I don't challenge you too strongly on a lot of things, but it's because I'm not sure how much you want to be challenged.
Well, I don't mind being challenged. But
challenged? No, I don't really care as well. That's the other thing.
My thing is like, oh, we found a spike. It's like, yes, because you started testing people.
Yeah, but isn't that good? Like, obviously, they're only going to find cases if they test people.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you didn't test anyone before, then there's no spike, is there?
Okay,
so you can't just suddenly be like,
we should stop testing people.
It's
There'll be less spikes.
It's like walking in the road and saying there's no cars because you've got your eyes closed.
Yeah.
There's still fucking cars. You're just not looking for them.
Yeah, but then if you open your eyes and you see cars, and you should be like, oh, well, should have these cars on these children.
That's not a spike.
A spike
just
in cars.
get out the way.
Get out the way of that critter. Whoop. Nick Cage, that shit.
Well, like, they're just finding a load of people that didn't know they had it.
Yeah, and the aim is to eradicate it, right? So if you find people with it, you shouldn't let them out of the house.
We're beyond a point now where that's actually possible.
They can't stay
to eradicate it. It's like saying we're going to eradicate the common cold.
Yeah,
you just can't. It's just going to be something that we live with as a people now.
Yeah, fair enough. Just let the weak die. So yeah, I was swimming this week. The swimming booking is weird. Yeah, you book like half an hour slots, which isn't enough for a swim.
Half an hour.
Yeah, because their logic is if you book an hour, two half-hour slots, you'll only swim for half an hour and then you'll leave. And then there won't be enough spaces.
Well, my gym is like it's booking and it's 45-minute slots, but 45 minutes is just about enough to get something done.
Something, yeah. But they're quite lax. They're like, look, you've booked for half an hour, but if it's still quiet, you can stay in.
Yeah.
But there's like a max of 12 people in the pool or something like that.
Right.
But yeah, I went and it was, guys, so good. And so just, I don't know what it is about me and swimming. I swam a lot as a kid.
No, it's great.
And it's just something about
I used to
swimming.
go every morning. I did that for a good period of time.
Best
I just got tired of being kicked in the face.
You're swimming wrong.
It's just everybody goes first thing in the morning. Yeah. All the old people who could go at any time of day.
Yeah, weekends are so quiet
first thing
at my
in the
gym,
morning. Really,
which kind of makes sense because weekends people are out. But I'm just like,
I'd like to go in the middle of the day, but all of my swimming pools that I'm a member to are attached to schools, so they're closed in the day because it's just kids lessons.
I knew a gym. I was a member of a gym that had some days they didn't have male changing rooms.
Where's it gone?
It was like the sauna and stuff was on a rotation where it was like men only, then women only, then mixed.
Yeah.
And so that sometimes there just wasn't a changing room available. It was like, this is weird. I'm just going to go down the road to another place. Yeah. But it made swimming was awesome and it was really good. I stayed there for an hour cheaply, but it was good. And everyone was kind of cool. It wasn't as crazy. And I've always said that swimming is kind of the point where I was like, things are starting to get back to normal now.
Yeah.
Once you can swim, once you can sauna with people, that's when it really becomes. But that's obviously not here yet. But the swimming felt so good. I saw something that reminded me of the swimming experience, and it's called the mammalian diving reflex. This is just a bit of boring science, but apparently it's a human condition that when your face becomes submerged in water, your body subliminally reacts by taking blood away from your limbs and into your organs and brain so that there's more oxygen in your organs and brain.
Oh.
So your body knows you're underwater and to preserve oxygen, rushes all that oxygen to your organs. And apparently it's just incredibly, it's a healthy boost.
Right.
Because more oxygen in your organs and in your brain. It's like, whoomp.
Yeah.
And that's why apparently if you splash your face with water, it gives you a revitalizing effect. It's the mammalian diving reflex.
I did not know that.
Yeah, and it was some kind of scientific test of the balls on this guy. The scientists, I don't know, 100 years ago, whenever it was, said that you can't swim below 100 meters because the pressure would crush your lungs.
Right.
And this guy said, well, I'll do it for 50 grand or something. He did it and he survived and he was perfectly fine. And they were wondering why. And the reason was it's because the oxygen went to his organs, which made them stronger from the pressure.
There are free divers that go to insane depths.
Yeah. But it's not in 1900 apparently, or 1870.
No, because they
1776.
Didn't have legs back then.
Didn't have countries.
Yeah, we hadn't evolved legs. I got my first I'd never get bothered or like anything like by the amount that someone lifts compared to me. Like I've had knobheads like when like I've gone in and been doing when I used to use the machines because I don't do that now. Like I'd get off a leg press and there was a guy that didn't just looked at me and sat down on the seat, didn't break eye contact with me and moved the pin like down. I was like, dude, what a weird flex. Yeah, like you're twice the size as me. I don't understand.
Even then, it's just
why?
Is this about you?
Yeah.
We're trying to figure out. I don't think I've ever been built for speed, and then I've been like, you know what? It might be interesting to start working towards speed because I think that'd be really funny.
Yeah.
You know, like swimming, for example. I'll swim long time.
Yeah.
But like, if I just start swimming really fucking fast,
yeah,
that might be hilarious.
It's like, have you ever watched videos of Eddie Hall swimming?
Yeah,
That's fucking terrifying.
he's doing a boxing match with Icelandic, the Iceland strongest man or something.
Yeah.
Let's box. Okay.
Like, if either of them land a punch, the guy's gonna die.
Well, it's going to be another weird. They have to train so differently and stuff.
Yeah.
If you looked at it on paper, they'd both be exhausted after half of one round.
Yeah.
But it's going to be an interesting fight anyway. But yeah, don't swim with Eddie Hall.
No. Well, he was. I think that's how he started. He was like he was a county championship swimmer when he was in high school or something like that.
Yeah.
And then he started.
What's the Stoke Greggs? Whitley's? Wrights.
Wrights. Okay.
Sponsors Wrights.
Oh, does he?
There's a cardboard cut of him in Wright's pies. It's funny. Anyway, moving on. I found this article saved in the wrong place. So I think I bookmarked this article ages ago. It's 2 years old.
All right.
But I don't think we've covered it because I think I'd remember it. But tell me if you remember it. A Canadian zoo is facing charges after taking a bear out for ice cream at Dairy Queen.
No, we haven't covered that.
I was like, I'd remember this. Right?
Yeah.
I'd have to remember this. Discovery Wildlife Park in Alberta faces 2 charges for failing to notify officials that the bear was leaving the zoo. So it wasn't that they took the bear to Dairy Queen. It was that he didn't sign out.
Yeah. What if there was a fire?
So they just left the zoo with this bear. Well, we're going Dairy Queen. Shall I write it down? No, maybe 20 minutes. We'll be fine. A private zoo in the Canadian province of Alberta is facing charges after it was taken through a drive-through Dairy Queen in a pickup truck. And it was hand-fed ice cream through the window. Someone's just like, ice cream bear.
The bear.
Ice cream bear.
That's a very big dog you've got there. Oh my God.
So it does go on. News of the outing emerged earlier this year after Discovery Wildlife Park, located about 17 miles north of Calgary in the town of Innisfail, posted a video on social media showing a captive bear sitting in the passenger seat of a truck.
Decent.
Just in the passenger seat. Just like, I don't know, like, I'm assuming the drive-through is on the driver's side, obviously, so you've got a window. You get an ice cream and, what do you want? Get 2 ice creams.
2 ice creams. Yeah. Have you got any of the wafers that are shaped like teddy bears?
Yeah, we're going on a picnic.
Yeah.
We're going to see Grandma.
Yeah. Don't give him the red sauce. It triggers him.
It brings back flashbacks. The video later showed the 1-year-old bear known as Berkeley, leaning out the truck's window, enthusiastically licking an ice cream cone held by the owner of the Dairy Queen. Bring out the ice cream. And the owner, please. He will only eat ice cream from the owner.
Yeah. Now, here's a flake. You just hold that.
And pray. Amid widespread criticism of this bear in a drive-through, the video, along with a second one showing Berkeley licking frosting off an ice cream cake. Can you have an ice cream cake as well, please? They took the video down. So it's already happened.
Why?
And they do go on. I won't read everything from it, but they go on to say, like,
other people might take bears to the ice cream parlor, and then it'd just be chaos.
But the thing is,
about all these bears,
working at drive-throughs, the takeaway industry is getting massacred. They get a big sales boom before hibernation, and then it just quiet.
Bottoms out. It's like, well, that's not a predictable service.
No, we're not going to be able to
can't raise my family on that. We're not just bears.
NASDAQ.
Yeah, no, we bring in some polar bears as well to service through the winter.
Yeah, get that blubber burger going.
Yeah. I'm not sure there's much of a call for ice cream for polar bears,
but they make a good point, right? Where they say these bears are taken out. It's a private zoo. Like, they're used for adverts all the time, like Super Bowl adverts and, you know, promotional stuff all the time. It's just they didn't tell the zoo that they were leaving. Yeah. Bears are allowed out all the time.
Yeah.
There's it, and he goes.
We were worried sick.
The amount of sugar in a Dairy Queen ice cream and an ice cream birthday cake.
Yeah. Not before you ruin his dinner.
He's got 4 fish when he gets back. Oh, I guess those fish are going to waste.
Yeah.
Going to the penguins, aren't they?
Waste not, want not.
They said the drive-through had no danger to the public as it had taken place before the Dairy Queen was opened. So it got there early before customers. That makes sense.
Fine.
Although if I was...
First, we'll have all of it.
I'd love to be eating at a restaurant and then a bear turns up in the drive-through.
Yeah.
And just quite civilly
Just-
eats a birthday cake. Under the terms and conditions of the zoo's permit, the charges are directly related to the alleged failure of the park to notify the provincial government prior to the bear leaving the zoo. So yeah, they just didn't tell anybody, and that's why people are pissed. One count stems from the bear's jaunt through the drive-through, while the other dates back to 2017. At the time, Berkeley had just arrived as an orphan from a facility, and they allegedly failed to inform officials the 7-pound bear was being taken home nightly so she could be bottle-fed. So they just took this bear home and that's probably a vet thing, right?
Yeah.
Or zoo thing. They'd look after these animals, take them home.
Yeah.
I think there's a thing in some vet food shops that you have to have a pet in order to work there.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, one of the pets at home or one of the big ones like that. They're like, you have to have or you're given a pet to look after while you work there, so you can understand a bit more. A bear's that different? I guess not.
Well, they are. They're apparently related to dogs.
Yeah.
In the same family.
Yeah. But then again, cats are related to sphinxes as well, aren't they?
I can
In
believe
some
that.
way.
Oh, because they're from Egypt?
I think so. Well, a sphinx is a big statue, isn't it? Or is it an animal?
No, it's a mythical creature.
There you go. They're related.
Cats are related. It's a mythical
Don't
creature.
exist. The zoo's owner, Doug Boss. Well, if you're called Doug Boss,
Yeah.
do whatever the fuck you expect. What? I'm taking my bear to Dairy Queen. All right, Doug. All right,
Doug.
Mr. Boss.
Yeah.
Said he planned to plead guilty to the charges, noting that this was his first time in the zoo's 28 years history that was facing him.
Charges?
Yeah, for not notifying
From
the
a
government.
zoo? You're not a judge?
No, from the government. For not
Oh, right,
notifying the Zeus and the government that
Right.
you're just going to take your bear out. We made a mistake and I'm embarrassed about it. Every time we take an animal off the property, we're supposed to notify fish and wildlife. Tell fish I'm taking the bear out. And send them an email. We forgot to do that on both cases.
Yeah.
I want to plead guilty. He doesn't give a shit. He's taking the bear to Dairy Queen.
Fish and wildlife. Weirdest detective duo ever.
He lives in another dimension. What? He don't care about sending you an email.
No.
He's worried that the bear's not going to like the new strawberry ice cream flavour. He's going to get well angry. Yeah, he's basically happy that they went through with it because, hey, this is how things get sorted.
Yeah.
At one point, the zoo's bears had even learned to piss in a cup, he said, in order to participate in a Scottish veterinarian study aimed at measuring baseline norms for bears.
Right, not for drug testing.
No, just how normal are bears? Can they piss in cups? Let's run that study. Our survey says they can piss in cups.
Yeah, and this was really advanced. He can do it while whistling.
Yeah, and saying all the names and all the addresses of everyone that works at Dairy Queen. I know where you live. Give me my ice cream cake.
Yeah.
Have you ever had ice cream cake?
No.
No, I don't.
No.
It's not really an English thing, but I guess it must be. It must be around.
I've had ice cream sandwiches.
Yeah,
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 that's the
there's ice
thing.
cream
They've
sandwiches.
become more popular.
yeah, but no, never had an ice cream. Well, not to my knowledge.
Maxi Bonds. I remember our quests for Maxi Bonds.
Yeah, every time I find one, it's
Yeah.
like Sainsbury's do them. Send you a picture. They're in Sainsbury's. Let's get them.
Waitrose used to do little ones. Not
pathetic.
full-size ones, but like...
Punish those.
Just,
punish
and it was
waitress.
like so close, but just so far.
Yeah, stop giving us a taste of amazingness.
Yeah, eventually I just had to settle for like, oh, there's Oreo sandwiches. I guess I could have one
Cookie
of them.
dough sandwiches.
Yeah,
It's not
the Ben
Maxi
and
Bonds.
Jerry's ones, but it's not like half feast, half cookie sandwich. Like, it's
Yeah.
just, this is shit. It's a letdown.
It's weird how some stuff works in America and some stuff doesn't work here. The same. Like, yeah, ice cream sandwiches never cotton done because they are a rarity.
Yeah.
Any ice cream sandwich, really.
Yeah, but it's
pretty
like
rare.
it's a common thing over there. Like to
Yeah.
the point where you'll have stalls that make them and all
Yeah,
that
well, that's
stuff.
where I think West got them was in my house in America when I was a kid. there was like an ice cream van that just pulled up outside our house, and they sold them an ice cream sandwich type thing. It's very standard. It didn't work over here. I realized the other day that boycotting isn't really a big thing over here either. I don't think,
because we just like we
just don't care.
No, sign my petition. No,
the boycotting, like as in just not buying products from a certain company.
Oh yeah,
in order, and it's a form of protest, and it's
works,
really weird.
It's worked with some things. I know just from like because Vix has like she's mad on like beauty stuff and everything, and there were a lot of boycotts over the last few years on beauty products for like the animal cruelty stuff. Right, like for testing on animals and stuff, and that has worked. Like the big companies have finally been like, it's really unfashionable for us to be killing rabbits, so I guess we just won't kill rabbits anymore. Yeah, well, except in China, like China they just don't give a fuck.
Sure, test everyone.
We'll still do it over there because
just outsource it.
Yeah.
But like I think there was a thing recently because of all this pandemic stuff and people working from home. I don't know how much conspiracy based or politically based this is, but there's beliefs that it is damaging to the UK economy if people work from home because no one's going into like cafes and buying coffee and sandwiches as much anymore. Yep. And that was kind of apparently a reason the government gave for why young people don't have money, is because they keep on spending it on sandwiches and coffees. And now that they've removed it, now they're trying to stop people working from home to be like, no, just go to work, because then you'll buy retail stuff that will economy
that you don't need.
Yeah. So like, and I don't know how much that's ever been a conscious thing. I mean, I do. So I realized today I got a haircut today because Stokes apparently might be locked down again soon. So I'll get a haircut.
Get it done.
Yeah, and I was just like, oh, you know what? Like, I like getting a haircut, but there's part of me that surprised me. That's like, no, I like supporting a local barber a little bit. Yeah, it's like I could just shave at home, and I'm more than happy to do that. But if every now and then, if I'm like, I need a haircut, and you know what, I don't want to get out of the house. Yeah, I don't mind because I like this barber's.
We did that stuff like our local, like our favorite pubs and stuff. They all did like takeout services of like because they get like guest ales and stuff in, so you could go and buy like a big fucking jug of it. And we did that a few times. Yeah, so there is an aspect of like giving money to help out, but like it's never really been like a don't buy Nike because Nike sweatshops. It's like, well, isn't Nike still around and nobody cares? Yeah. Don't buy Apple because people at Apple are committing suicide. No, it's fine. We want Apple. Okay, no one cares. There's another, but I've never really seen the whole boycotting thing in the UK, but. Nobody. I don't know how that links with ice cream sandwiches, but ice cream sandwiches and boycotting. People care much less than they like to complain. People love complaining, but it's bridging that gap between complaining and actually doing something that people don't do. Yeah, but then even complaining online is probably more prevalent in America about certain brands. Yeah. There's just this weird fuck off mentality in the UK, I think. But just leave me alone. Yeah. And I don't think there's as much. If you want to do that in America, you buy an Arsenal. Yeah. And then you photograph your Arsenal. Yeah. Come and bother me if you like. I'm all ears. Yeah, here's a Draw the Prophet Muhammad contest. Why don't you come along and say hello? Whereas in the it just feels like we're not really that bothered. Just, no, just shut up. It's fine. Yeah. I think the ice cream sandwiches. Yeah, I think there's we don't have like there isn't a movement over here of like anti-maskers. On the whole, even if we'd like, this is bullshit, we're still just like, fine, I'll wear a fucking mask. Who cares? Like, yeah, there was a weird, I think something that comes up with it a little bit. Oh, yeah. I don't understand it anyway, as I've said before about anti-masking. I just don't understand. But I'm just very simple. If we all agree to abide by a rule, I'll abide by that rule. I don't mind. But some people I think it's the belief in conspiracy. I just don't have it. As long as it doesn't harm anybody. Yeah, but it's just that I just can't understand, because anyone who's against masks, it believes in some form of authority trying to undermine you in some way. Yeah. And I'm just like, I just don't believe it, because I just think everyone's stupid. I don't think that it's like, so actually outside there's some super intelligent people who are very interested in Joe Blogs. They're very interested in you and they don't want you to wear a mask. So they're trying to fuck you up. People, no one gives a shit about you, Joe. I think people in the States, like particularly like sort of libertarian-y types, the ones that have been protesting, are so attached to the the slippery slope argument,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
I think in a lot of cases is perfectly viable. Like I completely agree with anyone's right to use that argument with regards to politics and what we allow and what we don't allow and stuff. But they get so attached to it that the slightest thing, like wearing a mask, is like, oh well, what's next? You're just gonna tell me to go home and I'll have to go home? It's like, what? Maybe. I mean,
Yeah, and then it's just there are some situations where authority is necessary.
Yeah.
For the better good of everybody around you.
Yeah.
Like you have to wear masks. Oh, what? Why? Because you're killing people. Well, I want to kill people. Yeah, but people don't want you to kill them. So
Yeah.
we have to side on the majority here and say for
Yeah.
everyone's benefit, you have to do the same reason you can't drive at 300 miles an hour. Sure, your car can, but you're going to kill people and people don't want to be killed by you. So you have you can't drive your car that fast.
No, but
Well, yeah, this was what it was. Some audience stuff. We always love it when audience send stuff in. This is from Breitbart. Have you ever actually read Breitbart?
I read bits when it was surprisingly reasonable. Like, I say reasonable, conservative. When it was just conservative and wasn't like wacky and just like wow.
It's just so weird. I mean, it's the first one I've read I think that I can remember reading, but like I checked the source with like 6 other newspapers, but then obviously all those 6 newspapers might be biased. But
the trouble I have with stuff like this is that like you'll find something and it's like if it's like Breitbart or the Mirror or like it's some kind of tabloid or something like that, people will question your sources and be like, oh well, don't believe anything you see on Breitbart. It's like, well, no, it's verifiable and nobody else was reporting it. So what the fuck do you want me to do?
But in this case, like, yeah, there were like 6 different newspapers. I don't know what allegiances the papers have, to be honest.
Yeah.
One was like the New York Post or something. I don't know if that's a thing. But yeah, it was weird. It was very strange reading Breitbart because it's almost like it's trying to be a podcast or it's trying to be funny.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I'll read
commentary. It's commentary. It's not like an official...
But it's just, I just can't. I think it's the frustration in the energy of stuff.
Yeah,
and I just don't have that. I have rage. I don't understand frustration. So it's like I don't get it. In an email to employees sent out on July 31st, the head of Wisconsin's Department of Natural Resources not only reminded employees of Governor Tony Evers' mask order going into effect on August 1st, he also said that every employee must wear a mask even while on a teleconference. So on a Zoom meeting, everyone needs to be wearing a mask.
Yeah, I found that. I heard that and I thought, why?
Sure, but you just go, this isn't the government telling you. This is just like a company that's saying they are the Department of Natural Resources. They want to be seen as wearing masks. So they want to encourage people to wear masks. They're not forcing and they're not going to prison if they don't wear a mask.
No.
Then they probably won't even get fired. Maybe they will. I guess that's probably the extreme, right? That they might fire you if you don't wear a mask.
Yeah.
So maybe you're being forced into wearing it, kind of. But how long is a telecommunication call? Whatever. I just don't care. I just go, companies are weird. Companies go on company picnics.
Yeah.
Who wants to go on a company picnic when you can see a bear and a Dairy Queen?
That's not a thing over here, is it?
Don't think so. Oh, no, yeah, not picnics. But I worked for a big company for a while that was like, they have yearly cooking lessons with you and your, year of employees. This is the 2020 team.
That's fucking
And every year they meet up and do things to like go to a hotel and learn how to cook fish.
We do like some, well, not really. Like some of the companies that I've been a part of, like once or twice a year, they'll be like, let's go paintballing or like do that kind of thing.
Yeah, like I've worked at restaurants where like, oh yeah, we were going to have a big Christmas party, but then the restaurant killed someone and like, oh, we'll go paintballing instead. Don't tell anyone we're going paintballing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they shouldn't have killed that girl. I told you about that, right?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Oh, was it an allergy thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the one.
Yes. There was a restaurant that knew someone had a food allergy.
Yeah.
And they gave someone that food and they allergied and died.
Yeah.
Later on that night. So they got some bad press.
Allegedly. Or actually.
I think actually.
Okay, so we're not
They're still running, but
ourselves.
Yeah. Oh no, allegedly. No, loads of companies still do it, but it's not as big. But I think in America I don't know anything about America, but I just feel like if there was a job in the UK that was like, and every year we go to the park, less people would work for that company.
Yeah.
You'd just be like, can I just not go?
Yeah.
Thanks. Brilliant.
Well, if we're just going to
English,
go
right?
to the park and do nothing, can I just stay home and do nothing?
Just go home and
Please.
spend time without my wife. Some really... Anyway, so these people have to wear masks. They said, also, wear your mask even if you are home to participate in a virtual meeting that involves being seen, such as Zoom, by non-staff. Okay, so they're saying if you're having a conference call with somebody who doesn't work for the company, please wear a mask. Or also, please wear a mask. Set the safety example which shows you as a public service employee and that you care about the health and safety of others. I don't see it as unreasonable. I see it as silly, but I don't see it as like, oh, government or whatever it is. And they go on to say, what's more, this is Breitbart saying, even the dairy state governor's stupid, over-the-top, anti-science executive order doesn't go as far as telling people to wear a mask while at home.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, it's not a government thing. It's a company thing. It's fine.
Yeah.
Who cares? Do you work for the company? If you work for the company, put something in the complaint box.
Yeah.
Who cares? I don't understand. Forcing people to wear masks when not necessary is not only anti-science, it's punitive and bullying, an appalling abuse of authority.
Well, it's just like a columnist. It's like you'll find that kind of shit in like the New York Times and the Guardian and like all across the fucking political spectrum.
That's the thing. I just don't read these kind of things.
No, it's good because they're all shite.
Yeah, but it was just so surprising. And then coincidentally, I've got I have like a 6 degrees of separation thing with some people who work at Breitbart, and it's
really?
just purely coincidental.
Yeah,
but it's just like, and you know, it's just a blog.
Yeah,
that's all it is. And it's like, if it was labelled as a blog, then I think everyone would be chill with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do agree that it's pretty silly that you know, you're wearing a mask on a Zoom call. There's a whole thing about people ridiculing people wearing masks in their car.
Well, I think
it's probably the same level of silliness.
Yeah, that's fucking dumb. Like you're in a mask.
Yeah,
like you're riding in a mask.
Yeah, but then like, who cares?
Well, like, do what you want.
Yeah, it's like
it makes you feel safer for some weird,
healthier,
stupid reason because you didn't do maths at high school. Then fine.
Maths.
Yeah,
mask plus face plus car equals
simple,
dead.
Yeah, simple addition. Like, it's fine. But like I can understand people being pissed off at like the mask on a Zoom call because it's like you're telling me what I can and can't do in my own home.
But it's the company. It's just the company you work for.
Yeah.
It's not as if, like, I think the difference for me is if the government was telling you to do that, yeah, it's definitely, that's stupid.
Yeah.
But if the company is saying, oh, by the way, would you mind coming in this casual Friday? And you go, no, I want to wear a suit. You go, okay, but it's just a company. You can leave if you want.
I did that once because they didn't tell. I got there, like, I started working at the place after the announcement had been made. And I showed up in, like, just regular office gear on casual Friday. They still made me pay. I was so annoyed.
Some companies are weird, like Ben and Jerry's are like, what ice cream flavour are we making? I don't know.
Yeah, give it a political name.
Yeah, and if the government was like, tell us what ice cream flavours are coming, well, that's a problem. But if it's an ice cream company asking you,
cherry,
I just don't understand.
I hate Trump's Sunday.
I think it's just, I love anger and I want to relate to anger. I just can't relate to anger that feels to be like to the sky.
I think
because they're saying here that it's
I think
an appalling abuse of authority. Isn't it abuse of authority?
Yeah.
Maybe if the company says wear this or you're fired, then you go, well, let's think about it. But you can't go around wearing I'm an anti-Semite and work for certain companies, can you? You have to wear a suit and a tie. I don't see how different a mask is.
Well, can you wear, like, if they say, like, you have to wear a mask and the only mask you have has, like, cunt written across it. It's like, well, I'm just going to wear this mask. No, don't wear that. Well, do you want me to wear the only mask I've got? Or do you want me to wear no mask?
No, just don't come in on the Zoom call.
Okay, all right.
But I guess that's how I would, that big problem, I just go, what's the difference between wearing a tie and wearing a mask?
Yeah.
You can take your tie off at home, but you have to put it on for a Zoom call.
Yeah.
Is it a big deal? I want to get behind you. I want to support you, mate, but I just can't. I don't feel it. Or the government. It's like that. It's just. And again, it makes sense to wear masks and to give the perception to normalise wearing masks. I don't see any big negative, incredible abuse, appalling abuse of authority on it.
I think I'm carrying 2 of them right now.
Oh, no, you double masked.
No. Not carrying any. Oh, God.
We also got video of a man scaring off an attacking bear.
Oh.
Which is good.
All right.
Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah. Well, we got, as in a listener sent it in.
Oh, right, okay.
And it was just a video of a guy getting attacked by a bear. And then the guy goes, "Argh!" The bear goes, "Fuck, and leaves.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Good have gone him.
Give him an ice cream.
The Dairy Queen's that way.
That other fucking bear's going to be there before me. I fucking know it. He's got a car and everything. I'm going to run.
I can't fit in the passenger seat anymore. I had too much ice cream birthday cake. And also from listeners, we had some random facts about dust. I didn't know this, but apparently there's a common belief that 80% of household dust is actually skin.
Yes.
Apparently that's false.
Right.
Science.
Makes sense because
53%.
There's a whole house full of dust.
Yeah.
And there's only me and Vic's here.
But you go out the house and you come in the house and with you bring more dust.
More dust.
Maybe, from the gravel.
I assumed it'd be from clothes and stuff.
Yeah, your bed is a big one apparently. Yeah, there's loads of skin in your bed. There was another belief that your mattress will weigh loads more after 10 years. Apparently that's false. Because skin falls off you in bed and then insects come in to eat your skin and then you rain more skin on them and more insects, whatever it is. But yeah, here's some of the stats. 53% of dust particles vacuumed from a mattress were found to be skin. So 53% of the dust in your bed is a skin.
Because you're not really wearing clothes.
Yeah. And 50% of house dust in a house with no carpets is skin. If you've got carpets in your house, you've probably got less skin.
Right, but you've got more stuff. You've got the same amount of skin. You've just got a hell of a lot more dust.
Yeah, just more stuff rolling in.
Yeah,
my house is chaos again at the moment.
Well,
it's just it's a dog. When you have a dog, you have to accept the fact that your house is going to be chaos.
Somewhat.
Just from time to time, there's going to be if you put something down, there's a 10% chance it's not going to be down for very long.
Yeah.
It's just I'm down to my last wine glass. My dog's having.
No, you had wine glasses.
You didn't know I drank wine.
No.
we don't drink that often.
No,
I think
not
that's
together.
The thing.
No,
yeah. And we don't really go out for meals that often.
No.
And if we do, sometimes it's we're out in a town and I'll be like, I can have a glass, but I just as happily have nothing.
Well, we just do this. And we tried not doing this. Before we did this, it would be oh, I haven't seen you for 3 months. Yeah. And you're about a mile away.
Yeah, to be fair. But maybe some stuff this week, maybe. In the coming weeks. Might see some Daniel Schloss. Should be good. Fan of Daniel Schloss. This could be a weird comedy gig in social distancing.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to work that. But
yeah, just right. Distance. I've been in restaurants and pubs, so
yeah,
guess it's nothing really that different.
Just the screens up around the tables and shit.
Yeah, screens around the tables. I didn't have that. Just spaced.
Yeah, well, there's space, and then some of them have got little separators. If it's a long table, you just put a separator halfway.
Fair enough. I guess it's how much money they can budget for, I guess.
Yeah.
It's go for it.
It's not a gold-plated separator. It's just a sheet of plastic.
Well, my corner shop had a shower curtain instead of a screen of plastic for a while, so it depends.
Great.
Always good. Always good. Let's have a look. I think I've got a little bit more, but my time. That's me this week.
Oh, right.
Why not?
Fair enough.
I'm going to try keeping it a bit shorter.
Yeah. Short, choppy, to the point.
Why not just short? I think this when I've structured it too much, my focus is too much on trying to keep the structure. And it's it'd be much funnier if we were just pissed about talking about bears in drive-thrus.
It's true. Yeah. You're not just plow through this one because I've got the next one to get onto.
Well, it's not even. It's just at the back of my mind. I've got 5 more articles to get through.
Yeah,
and
It's
so
you don't get to play.
Yeah, more play.
On
that note, when I remembered this when we first started this podcast. I thought I was more the Scott Mosier of it, which is just I can't describe it when I think about it.
Yeah.
But it's just normal talking and then Scott Mosier will Scott Mosier.
Yeah.
And it works. And I was oh, that's kind of what I did. And then I've started to become a bit more of an admin guy. Producery. Next.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's one part
I always took you as the Kevin Smith of that too, just because you like you lead the conversation more.
I'd agree with that part of it, but I think, well, I guess when it flips around, they definitely felt a bit more like the Scott Mosier. But that's probably what it is, right? It's whoever's telling the story or talking about the article, becomes the narrator, and the other person becomes the reactor, experiencer, audience member. Scott Mosier. I shall now become the Scott Mosier. It's been a while, but I'll try.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
A few headlines. A man in Thailand has been arrested for stealing 126 pairs of flip-flops from his neighbours and having sex with them.
Yes. Coincidentally, I heard about this on another podcast.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and I don't know if you've got it as a follow-up, but there's also a fox that's been doing the same thing.
No. No, I haven't. I haven't got that.
There's a fox that's been stealing people's flip-flops and just hoarding them. They think. But yeah, it's a great way. It's a lovely way to live your life, I think. I don't like flip-flops. We've already established this. Fuck it, steal them and fuck them.
He didn't, and he didn't lie about it. You got caught, and it's just like,
oh yeah, I've been fucking the shit out of these flip flops.
Yeah, he's like, well, no, I wear them all day, and then come the evening time, I fuck them.
What's the problem?
Yeah, I only fuck the ones I've been wearing.
Yeah,
I just wear a different pair every day.
Become me.
Sometimes they fit, sometimes they don't fit.
Sometimes they're good at sex, sometimes they're a bit lackluster.
Yeah, yeah. And there's a photo. I don't know if it's like a Taiwanese thing. Is it Taiwan? Thailand. I don't know if it's. I don't know why this photo exists, but it's him in the police station giving his thumbprints with 3 like Thailand people around him. Not police, just people just pointing at him. Like
that's the flip flop fucker.
Yeah. And this is a photo of that they've put in the news report. Like, point and shame. Strange.
As much as like it sounds strange, it is very weird. Other cultures are very strange. I was speaking to some South Koreans recently, and I just thought, I don't know anything about South Korea. Let's have a look. I think we covered this fact. It's apparently it's commonplace in South Korea that they believe if you turn a ceiling fan on before you go to sleep, it'll kill you.
Oh.
In your sleep, it'll fall down and kill you.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
The other thing is apparently their national fascination is with feces. They've got a feces museum / theme park. Which again, you just go like, I don't get it. But and I was speaking to South Koreans, and they go like, no, I've never heard of that. But there's a museum of feces.
Right.
There's also a penis park. Just a park filled with penis statues.
Oh, I've
just
seen
different
that,
places. Just different places.
Yeah.
And it's like it's just the whole thing of like the same way that, you know, Blackpool is a thing in the UK. I've never been to Blackpool.
I've been once, it was shit.
I speak to some people who love it, and it's like, okay, cool. But I've never been, and I'm not that bothered by it. I've been to beaches with theme parks. I imagine Blackpool is more, but like, yeah, just like weird little mini roller coasters and dodgems.
Yeah.
Sounds fine. But it's not a big thing for me. And some people are like, oh, that's a big thing about UK culture. So different countries are going to have little bits of information, I guess.
Yeah.
So it could just be in this part of the world they point at the flip-flop fuckers.
Yeah.
Flip-flop fuckers.
Yeah. There was one that I remember that didn't make my make my notes ages ago. I think it was from last year, so I'm never going to get around to it. But like apparently in Thailand, the police, if they commit a crime or like get accused of some kind of corruption or something like that, they have to, they don't go to jail or anything. It's just like an admonishment. They have to wear a Hello Kitty armband, like bright pink, and they can never reveal what it was that they did to earn it. That's
too evil supervillain, right? You can just, it's not like you wear it and you will feel shame. It's like, no, you wear it, and whose line is it anyway time? You can never tell anybody the real reason why you're wearing it. So you're doomed to constant awkward conversations when you justify Hello Kitty.
Yeah. Well,
I love Hello Kitty.
It could be like you stole a pencil accidentally from the stationery cupboard, or you sexually abused your coworker. Like, so it's like there's this air of mystery of like, should I be terrified?
I was even forced, like the police have a big database of the Hello Kitty people, and it's just, they just know all of them by face.
Yeah,
it's like, he's not wearing his Hello Kitty band.
Yeah.
Arrests him, smashes him on the concrete. Where's your armband?
In other news, a supermarket in Brazil has come under fire this week for surrounding the body of a deceased worker with umbrellas and boxes for an entire afternoon while they continued to serve customers.
Don't mind the dead guy.
Yeah. He had a
Clean up on aisle Dave.
Yeah. He had a heart attack and died. And they just put these umbrellas around him and boxes and stuff and just carried on.
Sale now on.
Yeah. They said, oh, well, we've now enforced a strict code, which means that stores should close if one of their staff members dies.
In the event of a corpse. Yeah. If there's corpses, you have to close.
Like, I can't imagine that world.
Well, there's a feeling of like you have to kind of we have to keep on moving on. But in terms of like, you know, not causing a panic, not causing more problems.
Yeah.
You just go like, the more normal the situation can feel, the easier paramedics / funeral people can come in and deal with the situation.
Well, like,
But
I remember
it does
a
feel
situation,
a bit disrespectful.
I remember a situation when I was in high school where, like, a kid in one of the other years had been found dead in his home, and we all got sent home. He wasn't even in school.
Yes. No more PE today.
Yeah.
Davros is dead.
Nice one, Bill. Rest in peace.
No, we just had a bit of assembly.
Yeah.
When the kid in our school died.
It's like just to be respectful, or to deal with no one's going to be able to learn.
Yeah.
Now. Like,
well, no, there's like, and again, it was like the kid who died was kind of, you know, I'm not going to say he was a legend. It sounds harsh. That kid who died wasn't that great. No.
We have to accept that everybody that dies isn't this.
No, but like he was kind of, I think he was in like a couple of years above, but he would kind of talk with everybody.
Yeah.
So like I had face to face with him before, and he was usually like buddying around with the teachers or whatever. So it's like, he had a personality in the school, so that's fair enough. And it's having a funeral for him, but we didn't cover him in bananas.
No.
Or
Yeah, Dave's dead. Oh, have you tried to resuscitate him? Well, I'm not a medic though. So have you called the medics?
I put strawberries near him.
I've got to clean up the beans. I'm not calling medics. I just put some umbrellas on him. Put some we got banana boxes. Like, just stack them up. It'll be fine.
The image in my head.
Him off, like, warning, Dave.
Warning might cause sick days.
Yeah.
I imagine though the umbrellas, if you're going to cover someone up, they're probably open, right?
Yeah.
He's had enough bad luck. Don't curse his afterlife.
I was going to let you into heaven, but you opened not one, not two, but 5 golf umbrellas.
Well, just the balls of someone who's like, I feel so lucky that even though people at my work are dying today, I'm still going to tempt fate. Pop up those umbrellas. And just who did it? I mean, there's probably loads of people. I mean, it's shock as well. Probably people just getting like, just there we go.
He's dead. Yeah. It's like,
yeah. But I guess, still, there must have been someone who covered his body, who like the first person to. Umbrellas?
Yeah.
We've got lots of umbrellas.
Yeah.
Just pop them over there.
Or
just
it's like
it's
someone making like a quick decision, they stack them all up and they don't tell anyone what's underneath them and you can't see it anymore. It's like, well,
I knew there was something.
Yeah.
Dave's dead.
Yeah. All right, I'm going on break.
Dave.
You're going to finish this little umbrella exhibit thing you've got going on here.
Arrangement of some kind.
Yeah. It's visual merchandising.
Bye, Dave.
Yeah.
He's a family man, or he was. Always up and at him. Well, he's rigid now, but hey, maybe what you need is rigid. No, with more rigid.
And finally on the headlines, there's a new trend lighting the TikTok world on fire called trauma porn. In which creators dress in shabby clothing with muddy makeup and role play as Holocaust victims live streaming from heaven.
Yes.
I only saw
New
one of
viral.
these, and it was like some typical California girl with like
Right.
kind of muddy looking makeup, and in text was like, "Yeah, so I was in the Holocaust."
To be fair, TikTok is weird.
I
And if
downloaded it, and then the government was like, "Don't download it." I was like, "All right, fair enough."
I
deleted it.
started a podcast one for us.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because it's a regular segment on Your Mum's House podcast, which I'm a big fan of. And there's just their whole theory is the TikTok is basically a dance karaoke app.
Yeah.
But random insane people post on there. So if you like swipe right or whatever on all the dancey stuff, you'll get loads of dancey stuff.
Yeah.
But if you don't like that and you start liking the crazies, you just get loads of crazy people. Like I said that there was this guy who was, I can't remember him. I saved the video. I was going to play it. I think I played it to you or somebody. And it was just a guy who just every day just checks in with people. And when I first started, he was like, "Hi, everybody. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. My sister's in heaven. All right. Have a good day."
I remember that.
Yeah. It's just like, what? But you go back a couple of days and you see like he's just live streaming his dealing with his sister's death.
Wow.
And he was just having a good day that day.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, it's fair enough. But yeah, I can imagine. But you can imagine if we had that and we were young and had nothing to do, we'd be like, what could we stream that would be pretty funny?
Yeah.
Holocaust survivors in heaven.
Yeah.
Just fuck it. Why not? It'd be funny.
It's just weird. Like I get the humor side of it.
Yeah.
Like that's definitely a fucked up kind of sense of humor thing.
Sure,
Like,
sure.
Totally get that. But it's just the idea that it's just been taken on by like empty-headed morons and just been like, "Oh, this is the cool thing to do now, is it?" Like,
It's no more like, what is it, duck lips and peace signs. Now you have to muddy yourself up as a Holocaust victim.
No, it's Auschwitz chic.
Whatever you can to shock and awe.
Yeah. That was it for the headlines.
Okay.
A couple of bits of this.
Steve's collection of useless meanderings. Scum.
Now I left this one. I put this on last week, and I haven't listened back, but I'm pretty sure I didn't do it.
Okay.
So just tell me if I did.
Sure.
Fordlandia?
No.
No. Fordlandia was a colony in the middle of the Brazilian rainforest started by Henry Ford. Here, he attempted to wrangle the local native tribes, give them 9-to-5 jobs, make them live a Western lifestyle. The experiment was abandoned a few years later when the natives, sick of their boss's shit, chased all the managerial staff into the forest.
Just in the forest with a forest fax
Just a
machine.
guy with a spear and a tie.
Trying to find the cover for the TPS report during a tropical storm.
On a tin roof, like...
It's my stapler.
If you could have the pig roasted by 5, that'd be great.
You can get the palm leaves off of Dead Dave by the end of closing. That would be great.
It's just... It's just like, why do you... It's the culture class thing, I guess. Like, why do you think that's going to work? It's like, it's the same as those Christian missionaries going over to that island and getting killed.
Yeah. But just chase them in. Should we just chase them into the forest? That's their version of calling in sick. Let's just chase them into the forest. Yeah. Great.
So I can't hear you. I'm in a forest.
There is something to be said about, as I'm getting older, like we're on a bank holiday weekend at the moment. The civilized world is. I don't know about the tool time world. But yeah, bank holiday. If you think about it, the reason that the reason why they had to instill these things is because lots of people would go insane if they didn't have a break about now.
Yeah.
It's getting hot. It is hot. Let's have a bank holiday. They've got a day to recover. Because corporations just want people to work as much as possible.
Well, they used to, before they had unions and like put on in like labor laws and stuff.
Yeah,
you have kids still working 80-hour weeks.
Yeah, and that still does happen. I've done that for many years of just like restaurant work, not the most ridiculously hard-breaking work, but 100-hour week.
Yeah, you work 7 days a week.
Yeah.
Like, so I work every day for
Yeah, that's fine.
Forever.
Please?
It's like, can I have a holiday? Yeah, we can replace you.
Yeah, you can chase me into the forest if you want. Let's see how that goes. But there is like a weird. There's a reason why that. I think Dave Chappelle said it best when he said, "Why do you think you work 9 to 5?" You go, because if you worked 9 to 6, you might kill a motherfucker. It's just that's the most they can get out of you.
Yeah.
So I can understand trying to bring that to the tropical rainforests.
Yeah.
Of being like, well, if you work 9 to 5, we can get you can have a bank holiday Monday. You can
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. But it's just like some cultures don't work that way, and it's not like an overnight thing.
The more I do like freelancing stuff, the more I'm like, this is the way to work. Like, try and be rigid and make your own sort of schedule, but not sitting down at a desk for 8 hours solid. Like, it's the idea that works is fucking stupid.
Well,
I think you can, if you really, really love what you're doing, you can get zoned into something, and then suddenly you'll be like, holy fuck, it's midnight. Like, I get that kind of shit, but that's not every fucking day.
Well, then there's the whole what's the book that's very short and has very short pages? Art on Art on War.
The
War on Art, isn't it?
The War of Art is the one about
War of Art, creativity.
yeah.
And in that they say, don't just wait for inspiration to hit you. Sit down at your desk at 9 o'clock
and force it
and just do it. So there's kind of that aspect to the 9 to 5. But there has to be flexibility.
He was an author. I can't remember who it was. He was asked. How do you write? He said, I write only when inspiration hits me. Luckily, inspiration hits me at 9 o'clock every morning when I sit down.
Yeah.
Like, it's that.
Just getting in that ritual.
Yeah.
But like, so yeah, there is an aspect. There's an aspect to the structure, but there's also, you need to find what works for you, and sometimes you might need a break.
Yeah.
You might need to go for a walk and come back or whatever.
Well, I found that I can work for longer. I can work for like 9 or 10 hours in a day if I do like 7 to 11, like, go to the gym, have lunch, like have like that 2 hours there, and then work for like from like 1 till 6, 1 till 7, like that kind of thing is like, it's fine. But it's just like that, just the 8 hours in this chair in this office listening to this guy going on for all that fucking time.
As well, there's so much corporate bollocks jobs of just people trying to be busy.
Yeah.
That becomes its own kind of enigma.
That's the stupid thing. It's like with a lot of video stuff, particularly when you're reaching the end of a project, or where you're doing stuff where you're churning something out every day or something like that. Like there's so many parts of it where it's like, and click, and now we wait.
Yeah.
Like, and if I'm like being at home and like having other stuff to plan and do, like I can be like, fine, now I step back from the computer. I know that'll be done in about 40 minutes or whatever. Yeah. I've got this stuff I can be doing. When I've had that job in other people's offices at place, I had to spend like 40 minutes trying to make myself look busy, and I'm like, this is fucking stupid. Yeah. This is why is this an environment? I can't go and ask someone and be like, so is there anything you want me to do? Because this is expected to be my job. But it's like, well, no, my job's doing itself.
Yeah, just waiting.
Now. Yeah,
bar's filling up. When it's filled, I'll be here.
So so that you have to pretend you're working, so you got this impression that you're not just wasting time. It's like this is a stupid way to be.
What's that whole thing of you're putting more effort into not doing something than you are into doing it, so why can't you just do it? And there's a whole well, you can't do you can't work if you're listening to music, and you go, well, if it helps me in different moments, then it's just, how much do you want? More productivity or less? Well, I want you to not listen to music. Okay, there's less productivity in certain situations. It's just but it's just that weird way that people think this is how it works. This is how work is done. You start work at 9. No, you do this. The tropical rainforest said no.
Yeah. No.
Go to the forest.
We're not doing this. Yeah. And finally, there's only 2 of them this week. Just a quick fact about yawning.
Yawn fact.
Yeah, nice. Well played. Yeah. It's good. It's good. Okay.
Contagious yawning is linked to empathy. And as such, studies have shown that psychopaths are unlikely to catch a yawn. Even dogs can catch yawns, but not psychopaths. Even if you put them in front of someone who proceeds to yawn almost continuously for an hour and a half every week, a true psychopath is unlikely to ever yawn in response.
That's probably true.
Because they're psychopaths.
Yeah.
And psychopaths have no empathy for me. People. Psychopaths have no empathy for people.
I've got empathy. I thought maybe you had some kind of fatal disease. No, I think that's true. I said I don't react because I'm filled with so much hate.
Yeah.
That there is an aspect to it, and my dog does yawn when I yawn.
Yeah.
I think it's an energy thing. When I am knackered, I yawn a lot, but I think I get energy from social situations as well.
Yeah.
So I think it's more like I'm just not tired. If it's like, right, I'm a performer. You can't, as an actor, go, to be or not to. Oh, one sec.
Weirdly, like, as much as I yawn, I have worried in the past about doing it like during performances or something like that, and it just never happens.
Yeah.
I think maybe it's just a state of calm, like a state of kind of relaxation or something. Whereas when you're kind of on stage or you're like doing a task like that, you are.
Well, I think as well, we're in your yawning room, probably, right? As in, you're probably in here working late sometimes and you're yawning. So this is like this environment. We've been thinking about trying to switch environments every now and then. I think if you did that, then you'd probably notice a big difference.
Yeah.
Because you'd have to move to get to a place. It's very separate and you are here to do this.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's like, we're recording and afterwards you're like, oh, I'll have some lasagna afterwards.
Yeah.
The funniest part of that whole yawning thing though was just when I was editing, and sometimes I was editing at like 3 a.m. I was knackered, and then you'd yawn and be like, I'm going to bed. I'll do this tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was
a
yawn fact.
You have no idea how difficult it was to make that.
You fell asleep. I was kind of falling asleep. It's fucking ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair play.
That's me this week.
That's you. So yeah.
Yeah.
It's a weird little crate. Again, weird, mentally healthy place, I think.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Mammalian water response or whatever it was called. Just dip your face in water for a bit and you'd be fine.
Ace.
Yeah. So yeah. Interesting-ish week. Interesting month, I guess. It's the end of August now. It's
Christ.
the end of August.
The end. Yeah. Now everyone's going back to school, except they're not.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they kind of are.
Yeah. And then, Stoke might be under lockdown again, so maybe there won't be any swimming pools.
Yeah. It's weird that we've been closed for like half a year.
Yeah. I've had some weird medical stuff going on. I've been in pain for 6 months now. And weird joint pain. I've been on the waiting list to get sorted. And I was like, it's been 6 months. And that's kind of when this whole pandemic stuff kind of started.
Yeah.
There's about half a year now it's been going on. It's weird. It's crazy. And we might have another half year. Who knows?
And, okay. I'm not going to get into your health stuff, but you okay?
I'm dying, mate. No, I've just got. I've mentioned it ages ago. I've been having these weird joint pains.
Yeah.
And it's really weird. It's if I lean my elbow on a desk, it feels like you've been smashed in the funny bone.
Oh, okay.
If I bump my shin into something, it's like you've been smashed in the funny bone. It's that funny bone pain. That's the only thing I can use to describe it.
Oh.
If I hold a carrier bag, the weight on the fingers makes all my fingers hurt like it's a funny bone pain.
Oh, so it could be gout.
Yeah, I spoke about this before. I said maybe it's arthritis. You said maybe it's just gout. Do you remember? But no, I think I did look into gout, and I think it's like unlikely. But I'm on the waiting list for the rheumatoid clinic. Oh, so have a look at that. But yeah, it's been about 6 months, which is like a long amount of time. It's really strange. And yeah, that point there was it's been 6 months since COVID-y stuff. To see where it all goes, I guess. It's not been that bad. It's been returning to normal. Yeah, but yeah. See where it goes. I think people just got bored. Politicians got bored. Yeah. Just get back to normal. But we're all dying. Just get back to normal. Yeah. Stop it.
Nobody's dying.
Yeah. It's going to be a weird thing to read about how they teach it, I guess. If we live that long. If we live for another generation.
We'll be fine.
But what if all the teachers get it? Oh. No more no, they're teachers. Oh, just put them in the Sainsbury's under that pile of umbrellas. I reckon that's something I'd do. I don't like stupid shit.
Yeah.
I had a mate working in a supermarket. I think I jokingly sprayed bleach in his eyes.
Pretty sure that's a crime.
We were pissing about. We were doing like
I had
shootouts.
it down way before acid attacks were a thing.
No, because we worked on the meat counters and stuff.
Yeah.
We just throw fish at each other in the night. Like, it's closing time. Throw a trout. And one of them was like spraying the cleaning liquid like it was guns or whatever.
All right.
Hit him in the eye. Like he had to go to hospital or something.
Yeah, didn't see that one coming.
Yeah. But the funny thing was, I was like, right, I'll get the eye wash. He's like, no, I've pissed in the eye wash. So like, so when it comes to like supermarket stuff, I imagine there's still loads of kids there who just like, fuck it, umbrellas.
Fucking about. Yeah.
Doing ridiculously illegal and murderously fatal shit.
Yeah.
But it's kind of it's what people do, I guess.